them.
Who's your father?
You hope things will turn out the way that you plan for them.
Who's your father?
She's growing up so incredibly fast. He seems to think that you live in the past. You can't really cope, but you hope it'll last a bit. Pom, 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 pom.
Home. I'll go mad. That's what I'll do. I'll go mad.
Oh, let him enjoy himself.
I wish he would enjoy himself. I'm worried about him. He never talks to anyone. He never sees anybody but us. Well, look at his diary. Apart from going to work, he hasn't been out of the house for months. Oh, good. Crashing chords on the piano. That means we're near the end. Oh, Dad, no.
What did you say?
How long's this craze going to last?
Craze? This is not a craze. I'm enjoying good music, classical music. I've become aware of Rachmaninoff and Shostakovich.
Harry Roy.
Harry Roy?
Yes, and his ragamuffins.
Now, don't you make fun of Harry Roy and his ragamuffins. Your mother and I were very fond of him. I am talking about classical music.
Dad, I wish you'd go back to collecting stamps.
Collecting stamps? You were never interested in my stamps when I collected them. I remember you spilled cocoa on my Jubilee stamp.
Yes, and you shouted at me. It was wonderful.
I shouted at her, and why was it wonderful?
We communicated.
Oh.
Listen, if you two are going to have a row, I'm going out.
We're not going to have a row.
We're certainly not going to have a row. I'm going to put a record on.
Then we are going to have a row.
And I'm going out.
Wait. There's an atmosphere. What is amiss?
Dad, look at this.
Yeah, well, that's my diary.
There's nothing in it.
What do you mean? It's a wonderful diary. It's full of wonderful information. Now, look at this. June the 3rd, I bet you didn't know. High tide in Rangoon. June the 10th, Prince Philip's birthday.
Dad, what about social engagement?
He doesn't tell me about his social
Dad, I mean your social engagements.
Oh.
Look, June, nothing, 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 nothing. July, nothing, nothing,
Wait
nothing,
a minute, Shirley. What's all this nothing, nothing, nothing? Are you leading up to something? Or is it all nothing?
Look, Dad.
Yes.
I think what Shirley's trying to say
I can speak for myself.
Yeah, Shirley can speak for herself. You speak for yourself, Shirley, please.
Well, what I have to say is that I think that,
Yes.
well,
Martin, speak for Shirley. The floor is yours.
Thanks, Dad. Now then,
Yes.
basically,
Yes.
she wants you to talk to her.
Shirley wants me. Well, that shouldn't be very difficult. Hello, Shirley.
And then she wants you to get out more.
Get out more.
Yes, find a hobby that takes you out of the house.
A hobby that takes me out. When I was a little lad, I used to do a lot of train spotting. Would that fill the bill?
train spotting.
Well, it would take me out of the house.
No, it would mean making you sandwiches.
You're quite right. I'll tell you what, I'll make it bird watching and buy my own pork pie.
That wouldn't be any good at all. That's like stamp collecting and listening to records again. It's something you do by yourself. Dad, you don't get out and meet enough people, and you know what's going to happen to you, don't you? You're going to get anorexia nervosa.
Am I, Martin? Oh, good.
You'll get agoraphobia.
Well, that sounds even worse. What is it?
Oh, it's a psychological condition. It's when one is frightened to leave one's house.
And one has every good reason. One was knocked down by a skateboard yesterday. Would you like to see one's bruises?
Oh, Dad, you're becoming a hermit. You should get out more, meet new people, and make new friends. Here, take a look at this.
Mm-hmm. Evening classes.
Yes, they're great. Shirley and I were thinking of doing them, weren't we, Shirley?
Oh, yes. What'd you say, Dad?
Well, rug making, bricklaying, French cooking. Is there any dry stone walling? I've always wanted to have a go at dry stone walling.
Couldn't you make a wet one and leave it in the sun?
There's everything else, though, Dad. There's basket weaving.
Yeah.
Oh, Italian cooking, karate.
Yes, she's right, Dad. It's great. Now, come on, what do you say?
I think it's a good idea. You two, put your names down. In the meantime, I am going to listen to the Hallelujah chorus. Good morning, Shirley. Good morning, Martin. Dear, I've been thinking about what we were talking about last night. You are quite right. We don't talk to one another enough. It's wrong. We should talk a lot to one another. Don't you agree, Shirley? That's good. That's got us talking. Do you agree, Martin? That's marvellous. I think we've talked enough for one morning. Now, can I borrow a little bit of the newspaper?
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't look like it. Ah, well. Oh, I said there's marvellous competition here. If I win it, I get a Batman uniform. And a date with Robin. Shirley, it's going up to 9. Shouldn't you be getting ready to go to school?
Yeah, in a minute.
Say, Martin, what about lectures? Have you got lectures?
Not until about 11.
Really? Oh, well, we can sit here and we can socialise.
I just remembered I've got a lecture at 9. Bye, Dad.
One moment you've got all the time in the world, the next second you're gone. I don't understand it.
It's only little
I understand it.
Mr. Matthews, I'm so shook up.
Oh, please, Mrs. Blacker, now sit down.
Well, you're keeping very calm, I must say.
Well, I have seen you sit down before.
Mr. Matthews, have you read the Gazette?
No, but I've read the cornflake packet from cover to cover.
It's all tucked away at the bottom of page 3, as if Windsor Avenue were any old place.
It's disgusting. What are we talking about?
Well, us. Here, Windsor Avenue.
You say, well, what's happening to us?
We're going one way.
Up or down?
Through.
Through?
And you know what that means.
No.
Juggernauts.
Juggernauts?
Juggernauts. Thundering past our gardens.
Oh, really, Mrs. Blacker?
Milk floats, morning, noon and night.
I could do with an extra delivery. I'm very happy about it.
There won't be any deliveries at
No.
all.
Oh.
We'll be treble yellow. No parking. Traffic will rush through. The price of houses will
Go up,
go down.
go down,
Plummet.
plummet. We can't have any plummeting around here.
I knew you'd feel that way about
Yes,
it.
yes.
And so I'm here on behalf of the Residents' Association to ask you to lead our protest group.
Me,
Oh, the committee carried you unanimously.
the committee.
Me and Bert. Now, we'll need sit-ins and demos, posters, placards.
Wait, this is all going to take a lot of time.
Precisely why I've come to you. You have the time.
I did have the time, but as from now, I don't have the time. Yeah, here we are, yes.
Why not?
Evening classes.
But you won't be going every evening.
Oh, yes, Monday basket weaving, Tuesday rug making, Wednesday French polishing and Italian cooking, bring your own turps. I don't know which one for, and Thursdays.
Look, don't go on. I've got to think.
Yes.
Who am I going to get to lead my protest group?
What about the nice lady at number 32?
The one who's always looking at me through her window.
When you're looking at her through your window.
But she's always borrowing things.
Yes, never mind, you could ask her.
Well, I will.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll mean taking her pinking shears back.
It's for a good cause.
Oh, you're right.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Matthews.
Thank you very much. My word, that was a near thing.
Oh, Mr. Matthews.
Yes.
I've always hankered after one of those wicker baskets.
Oh, basket weaving, Mum, you will be my first project.
Oh, you are a dear.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Now, turps, where's the turps? It's not in the fridge, you fool.
What's that funny smell?
What's this funny shape?
Oh, Shirley, but hey, be careful with that, won't you?
What is it?
Well, it's nothing yet, really, but it's going to be a fruit bowl.
A fruit bowl?
Yeah, for putting tennis balls in.
I suppose that makes sense. Look, what are these?
Well, one is the sauce for my bolognese, and the other is homemade varnish.
I hope you know which is which.
Well, of course I know which is which. This is, well, anyway, we'll find out on Wednesday.
Well, what happens on Wednesday?
Oh, on Wednesday we have French polishing and Italian cooking.
Oh, they don't have to simmer all week, do they?
No, they'd spoil.
What's going on tonight, Dad?
Tonight, painting in oil.
I thought that was last night.
No, that was karate.
Ah, karate. Yeah!
That is not right. I'll prove it. I found out the hard way.
Dad, what have you done to that?
Well, it could happen to anybody. It won't happen to me again. I found out. I've discovered the secret. You must keep your eyes open when you go, pow, wow!
Let's change from pom-pom. Are you taking this too far, Dad?
Yes, I mean, I know we said you should get out more.
Well, and I have.
Yes, and meet new friends.
And I am.
And find new hobbies.
And I will. Week on Tuesday, I'm starting spot welding. That's after I finish my art studies, by the way. Have you seen my mural?
What mural?
Come with me. Now then, tell me, do you like it?
You did that?
Yes, took me 20 minutes, but I don't begrudge the time.
What is it?
Well, it was going to be the New York skyline, but I had trouble with the Empire State Buildings, so I changed my mind and made it Doncaster Racecourse.
Why Doncaster Racecourse?
Well, our lecturer said we had a choice. We could New York skyline or Doncaster Racecourse. My word, when he sees it, he'll be amazed.
I think he will, yes. When's he coming to see it?
Oh, I can't. I've got to take it to him to be marked.
Oh, taking the wall with you, are you?
No, that's a special adhesive, you see. All I've got to do is to be very careful how I take it down. Now, isn't that fortunate? I'm taking a decorator's course.
That's good. You see, what I'm really trying to say about Picasso was that his brushwork... Why is there a brush left over?
Because Mr. Matthews isn't here.
I thought it was quiet. I think you'll find Mr. Matthews has arrived.
I do apologize for being... I had a problem getting on the bus. I had a problem getting off it again.
And now you've got a problem closing the door.
Yes, I have.
Somebody give Mr. Matthews a hand. Or a foot.
I beg your pardon.
You're very late, Mr. Matthews.
Yes, but I wouldn't like you to blame it all on the boss.
I wasn't going to.
I'm glad, because it wasn't their fault, really. Reason I was late, you see, I left home late. The phone rang.
And that's why you were late?
No, I didn't answer it. I was late already.
Mr. Matthews, why were you late already?
Well, I was late because I had to rip off my homework.
Rip off? Mr. Matthews, there's no point in doing homework at all if you're going to rush it.
I didn't rush it.
You just told me you ripped it off.
No, I said I ripped it off. I did rip it off, but I didn't rush it.
Just put it on the desk.
Yes, certainly. Do help.
What are you doing?
But I'm making room for my homework, you see. There you are.
What's that?
Just a moment. What is it? Well, you said we should paint the New York skyline or Doncaster Racecourse. And that is...
Not the New York skyline.
You've noticed. No, I had trouble with the Empire State Building, so I decided I wouldn't paint it. I would paint...
That's the Doncaster Racecourse?
On a very busy day.
Mr. Matthews,
Yes?
shall we get on with our work?
We must get on with our work, yes, of course. We must. Careful what you say to him. He's in a very touchy mood. Well, it's lovely. Good evening. I say, that's very nice. That's very nice. Is it a sunflower?
It's my husband.
Is it? My word, he is a lovely colour. Is he Oriental?
Excuse me, please, can I move?
Am I standing in your light?
Oh, please, may I move?
Well, why do you want to move?
Because I don't like the person I'm sitting next to.
Oh, I see. Leave it to me, Ellen. Can this this lady, she doesn't like that fellow she's sitting next to.
All right.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Yes, yes.
Is there anybody here who hasn't worked next to Mr. Matthews yet?
Anybody? Is there anybody at all? I don't think so. We're all friends. I've sat with all of them. That's what I came here for. My daughter said...
Yes, Mr. Matthews, you told us last week.
Yes, so I did, yes. Excuse me. Now, what is the subject? What is the subject? Is this lady hard of hearing?
I beg your pardon.
I said, is this lady hard of hearing?
Perhaps she's engrossed in her work.
Oh, I see. Excuse me.
What have you done?
I don't know what I've done till I see it. Did I do that?
Yes, you ruined it. That emerald green, it's streaked right down.
That green streak, did I do that?
Yes.
Oh, I do apologize.
I should think so. You ruined it.
Oh, I wouldn't say I've ruined it, not exactly, to be fair. I haven't done it any good. Now, it's just an idea. Just an idea. Why don't you make that green streak the stalk of the flower?
I'm not painting a flower. I'm painting Buckingham Palace.
Oh, well, you're quite right. You know, the green streak is no good to... Look, would it help if you were to rub it off? I'd do it, I'd rather you do it, because I wouldn't like to make a mess of it like you have. Can this lady move?
Nobody's moving anywhere. It's nearly packing up time.
All right.
I said nearly, Mr. Matthews. Before we pack up, the principal has asked me to remind you all about the end-of-term exhibition. As you know... What are you doing, Mr. Matthews?
I'm picking out my best paintings, you see. Have you seen my Grecian urn? That's a Grecian urn. Oh, I just remember. I say, ask me, what's a Greek urn?
£2 a week if he's lucky.
Well, I've got a number of paintings, you see, that...
One sample of your work will be more than enough, Mr.
Oh,
Matthews.
only one? Oh, really? Well, I've got my other work. I've got my raffia bar mat and I've got my fruit bowl. I'm sure I could do something with those.
So am I. And I've got an idea. Why don't you... Oh, bring them along on Saturday.
Is the exhibition on Saturday? You haven't given us a lot of time, have you? Would you mind if I leave early tonight?
Not at all, Mr. Matthews.
I want to go along to the pottery room. I'd like another stab at Beethoven's ear. I'll leave the Doncaster racecourse with you. You wouldn't like to mark it before I go? Ah. Is that out of 10?
20.
A lot of people would be discouraged. I'm sorry about this, Mr. Beethoven. Bit of sellotape might be able to make it stick on. Yeah, now let's see if I've got everything. Yeah. Beethoven's head, bedside lamp, two-tone raffia bath mat, fruit, yes. Shirley, I want another box.
Oh, don't shout. You're getting too excited.
Of course I'm excited. In a couple of hours' time, they're going to judge my exhibits, aren't they? So I need another box.
Another box? What
Yeah.
for?
Well, I need this box, don't I, for my exhibit, so I need another one. Now, don't misunderstand me. So you know I'm not given to boasting. But you never know, I might win 1 or 2 or 3 cups, and I don't want to come down the avenue with them in my arms. It looked like showing off. Oh, by the way, I did take the bedside table lamp I made for you. I hope you'll have it back later.
There's no hurry. It's not as if it works.
No, it doesn't. Well, it needs a bulb.
And a switch and wires.
Yeah. Well, I'm not being just for switches and wires, am I? The point is, who else would have thought of making a bedside lamp out of a rolling pin and 2 paper doilies? It shows imagination and originality.
Yes, you've got those all right.
They might give me another cup, you know.
Another cup?
Over and above the one I'm going to get if I get it. Yeah. I think I've got everything, including my speech.
Speech?
Oh, excuse me, it's not exactly a speech. More of a word of thanks. I mean, I can't scoop all the prizes and just walk out, can I? Well, it seemed like grasping.
So you must be...
Yeah, you come in the first to hear it.
And the last.
Pardon?
Say it fast.
I thought you said and the last. You did you?
No.
Because if I say it fast, no one will hear it.
Get on with it.
All right. My lords, ladies and gentlemen.
Who do you think is going to be there, Dad?
Well, you see, it says Monty used to say to the desert rats, you must be prepared for every contingency.
Monty? Who's Monty?
Monty. A lullaby, a little beret, a little cane, a caravan on Lunenburg Heath. The reunion every year.
Who with?
With the Desert Rats and Vera Lynn.
Who's Vera?
You say who's Vera Lynn? Let me tell you, Shirley. In 1939, this country went to war with Germany.
Dad.
Oh, yes, and it finished in 1945. You going to wish me luck?
Bucketfuls.
Make a chocolate cake. We'll celebrate. Bye for now.
Bye. Oh, dear. Fine help you were.
Oh, well, we both agreed it would be better coming from you. Did you tell him?
How could I? He was so convinced he's going to sweep the board. How could I tell him he hasn't got a chance?
Oh, well, we could both be wrong. He might just win something.
You did see everything he's entering.
Yes. I'll take that back about him winning something.
I'll make him a chocolate cake anyway.
Poor old Dad.
Piece of cake, Dad.
I've had one piece of cake.
Cup of tea?
I've had one cup of tea.
How about a scotch?
I've had a scotch.
We'll have another.
I'm having another.
Oh, well, come on, Dad. Everybody knows these silly old judges don't know what they're talking about.
No, they certainly don't. I mean, look at this painting.
Yeah.
It's super. It's so full of movement.
It's a still life.
Even cleverer. Not many people can get movement in a still life. What's this here?
What's what where?
What's this here?
What here?
This here.
Oh, that's Beethoven's here. They objected to me sticking it on with sellotape.
Sellotape?
Yes, I stuck it on with sellotape so it wouldn't fall off, but as you see, it has fallen off.
Oh, well, tell him it's Van Gogh.
Dad,
Yeah.
do you want to talk about your raffia bath mat?
You had such high hopes for that raffia bath matter. I don't know what came over me. There was a loose end and I couldn't resist.
You pulled it.
Yes, that's right.
It's only little me. You left the back door open. It's foolish, you know. Anyone could walk in.
They did.
Oh, jumble.
Jump.
I didn't know you were collecting jumble. I'd have brought you some.
We've got enough, thank you very much.
What's the matter with your father?
No, he's just a bit down, that's all.
Ah, well, he needs taking out of himself, and I'm the one to do it. About my protest group.
Are you still looking for someone?
No, Dad.
Yes, you're quite right, Martin. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Mrs. Blacker. I can't help you.
But, I mean, your evening classes are over. You're on holiday. When do you go back?
Go back. I'm not going back.
He took on too much.
That's far too much.
I was the same as a lad who's always a failing of mine. Do you know? I joined the Air Scouts, the Sea Scouts, and the Boys' Brigade.
Well, what's wrong with that?
They were all on the same night.
Find one thing and stick to it. That's what I say. Well, I'll be off. Oh, that'll be nice when it's finished.
That woman talked a lot of sense. She said, find one thing and stick to it, and that's what I should do.
Okay, fine. What's it going to be?
I think he's best at raffia.
I don't know. Look at old Beethoven.
I'd rather not, if you don't mind.
Okay, so what is your great talent then?
Well, what I was doing before you came along with the idea I should have a hobby and find new friends. You were very good and you tried to help me, and I'm very grateful. But from now on, I'll stick to what I was doing.
Oh, no, not Tchaikovsky.
Not Rachmaninoff.
No, something really modern. Harry Roy and his ragamuffins.
How's Your Father is back next week, but at the earlier time of 5 o'clock.